What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we have to talk about some of the most important aspects of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, which is going to literally break or make the game. And that is, guys, the online mode for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Now, you guys may think that, online mode is not that important, but today, in the 21st century, guys, it is pivotal for the survival of a game like Sparking Zero. And let me explain to you guys the reason why this is so important. Now, nowadays, when you finish the game and you play the game, you finish the story mode, you finish the challenges, if the game does not have content to keep it alive for the next foreseeable 6 months to 12 months until they release a new DLC, new characters, new story, new stuff, the game is doomed to be forgotten, erased, because people are not going to be playing the same story again and again. Of course, some people may be playing it. I mean, I know some people personally who just want to play offline and that's it. That's for the rest of their life. But the majority of people want to dabble, play online, try different characters, go ranked, go to the tournament. So the question is, how is Bandai Namco going to cater for everyone and of course make the game live for a long time? Now, to learn that, we just have to go to some of the older games. So looking at Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, we have something quite interesting here, guys, because the game modes which we have in Xenoverse 2, I believe is going to potentially shape to some extent or form the modes we will have in Sparking Zero. So in Xenoverse 2, we start off with the story mode. Obviously, you play through a distorted version of the Dragon Ball storyline to restore the actual correct timeline. We all play that. Then we have the parallel quest, so replay events from the Dragon Ball timeline with different conditions and characters. You'll be rewarded with skills, items, and more. This could be an option there where they would have the what if quests. So I do believe that in the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, what they're going to do is that we're going to have the proper story mode or some iteration of the story mode, which is going to contain the classic fights, and then we're going to have the what if fights, which are really popular with the Budokai and Budokai Tenkaichi sagas on the PlayStation 2. Next one, we have the Challenge Quest. The Challenge Quest, Elder Kai's Patroller Academy provides various tutorial lessons that allows players to learn and or master basic and advanced fight mechanics. So this is just gonna be the training tutorial. Maybe the training tutorial in this game could be extended a bit more to give some rewards and give some potentially like some equipment buffs, for yourself in the story. School Quest, Initiation Test, and Training Quest received from Patroller Academy instructors. Now this one is an interesting one here because I do believe that what Kakarot was lacking quite a lot was the fact that there was no like instructor like mechanism where you could basically explore the world, and then just imagine for a second you would have to go to your like instructor, Master Roshi to start with, obviously, and then the other masters, the other like teachers, even Whis, and then they would give you some like lessons or some challenges to fulfill, and once you fulfill that particular lesson and challenge, then they would basically reward you with a skill or something like that. Right now it had something similar because you had the training, and in the training you had to fight against certain enemies and then gain the skill, but they could have fleshed out a bit more and maybe like have that particular like training like kind of like a mini quest in which you effectively start off, and then Whis challenges you, and then he tells you have to do this and that and that, and then at the end of it you get the particular skill which is highly valued. Just flesh it out a bit more, not just one fight and that's it, right? So kind of gives us a bit more meat to it. Then we have the Advancement Test Quest, passing combat exams at the Patrol Academy. So this is of course offline. Endless, fight until you can't anymore, may the best winner win. No level matches, play without stats. Players will be able to battle based on skill with no level advantages. This mode allows the removal of the timer. This is really cool, so I do believe that in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, there will be no levels in the online. So the online mode, I do believe that there's going to be two online modes. There's going to be the standard online, like the friendlies, in which you basically can just equip your character whatever you want. And there's going to be the ranked mode. In the ranked mode, every character is going to have the same stats. Obviously different attacks, different like abilities, because every character has different abilities. But in terms of the actual stats, attack power, speed, damage, all those things, health, is going to be the same. So it's going to be fair. So the ranked mode will be very, very fair. So it's all going to be about skill and taking advantage of the character's quirks more than basically defeating your enemy with different like level difference, right? Now we move on to some of the most quirky ones. For example, the Giant Boss mode. Players face giant bosses such as the Great Ape Vegeta, may be played with up to 6 players. This was an online mode. World Tournament, challenge the world to see who is the strongest. Offline battle training and raid boss battle. So these are all a combination of online and offline effectively. Now, the way they can do in Sparking Zero, which I believe is going to be very, very smart, is that we don't really need like giant boss mode battles because they're really clunky and clumsy. And I just don't see the point of it, to be honest. Like, no, like, come on, no one's gonna really play that. But what we can see is effectively World Tournament, and the ranked World Tournament with seasonal prizes. That will be freaking awesome. So just let me just picture this for you guys, because this would be crazy, right? So for example, you start off, let's say just like Diablo 4, right? You start off the first 3 months is the season of the Scion. So then once you play obviously the tournament in the ranked mode, you get rewards, and then once you get the rewards, you can then unlock those rewards and then get either cosmetics, either additional like colors, you get additional things, maybe you can additional like boosters for the story mode, for challenge offline mode. So you get different things which is going to help you progress in the story in offline mode, and also at the same time improve your cosmetics, which people really love, right? The next one, after that, after the first season, you can have a second season, the season of the, I don't know, of Namek, or the season of Boo, or the season of the Androids, or so there's lots of like different seasons, and in each season there's different cosmetics, different things you can unlock for your characters, and it would be really cool because this way people would be incentivized to just go play again the online mode, the ranked tournament mode, the ranked battle mode, to effectively gain more stuff, more recognition, and even like titles. Like I remember in Diablo 4 when I played it, you can gain titles, you can gain like equipment, different like shards, so you can look very differently, like really cool with special effects and whatever. So it really cool. Even like for example, like, you know, like you can just gain like modifications to the way your attack looks like, for example, like your Kamehameha, change the color. Like there's so many things they could effectively do to incentivize people going back to the game and playing the online modes to gain all these nice, you know, cool quirks, which then they can show off with their friends online. At the end of the day, you don't want to give people online rewards which would make it a pay to win. We don't want that, of course. We want it's going to be fair to win, so play to win, which is effectively the more you play, the more you fight in the game, the more rewards you get, and of course the more experience you become. But the rewards are more and more geared towards cosmetics and of course stuff which is going to benefit you in the offline mode rather than the online mode. Like for example, like Zenny prizes, for example, you can just gain World Tournament, you gain Zennies, and you know, you gain lots of cash, and then with the cash you can buy new equipment, new stuff to use again in the offline challenge modes in the game. So it will be a really nice cool loop that they could build into this game to last for quite a long time. Then we have the Crystal Raid battles, so players can choose to be the boss, or team up to defeat the boss. When you are the boss, you can pick 3 exclusive characters to fight with. Photo mode and then multiplayer mode, players can go various quests with other players online, such as parallel quest, crystal raids, and double crystal raid and online battles. After participating in each quest, you can win TP medals and new artwork. So this is the thing that they could do in you know, Sparking Zero, like enable the ability to play online. Now it would be really cool if you could do like co-op, so for example like tag battles. Tag battles will be just freaking awesome online. Just imagine for a second, like you play with someone and then you do a tag battle with a stranger and you have to like adapt and play together and strategize. It would be really cool, right? It would be just so cool. Or just with a friend, right? Playing online. I mean, it would have its downfalls, but at the same time, because you have to wait for your friend to kind of like finish his fight before you can start your fight, but at the same time, it could be quite interesting, to be honest, right? It would be quite interesting. So these are the modes for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. For fighters, we have something a bit different. So we have the World Match, we have the Party Match, Z Union, and Arena Match. These are all the online modes. Now, of course, these are all geared towards just 1 versus 1, and that's pretty much it. But again, they could effectively do the World Tournament, they could get inspiration in the World Tournament, do like an Arena ranked mode, of course, and Tag Battle. So Party Match, Tag Battle, that would be freaking awesome, guys. Absolutely awesome. So this is how Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, guys, could actually bring it to us, a very cool online mode to last for like a long time. Because the secret in any online mode is to give the people the feeling that it doesn't matter how much they play, there's always something to unlock. But also at the same time, don't make the grinding too long, because if you make the grinding to be excessively long, people will hate it. You have to make sure the grinding is just the right amount, not too crazy, give people opportunity to play the game and then earn rewards, but at the same time, don't overextend the grinding, because that's when that happens, people don't like it and they hate it. So to find a fine balance, the best thing to do is effectively to have these like seasons, like every 3 months or every 2 months, have this particular season, and then in each season you can unlock different cosmetics, different stuff, different like bonuses for your offline modes, and then you could then participate in different seasons and then kind of like become like a seasoned player. And maybe in each season, for example, there could be limiters, or there could be like the standard mode or the online ranked mode have restrictions. For example, this season you can only play ranked mode with effectively human characters, next season with Cyan. So you see that they could make it so cool, because they could then force people to think outside the box and at the same time like use different characters to gain the rewards. So that way people are incentivized to basically, okay, let me use Yamcha, let me use Tien Han, let me use Mr. Satan, because of course I want to play with the human character, because otherwise you cannot unlock the seasonal reward. You see, so it actually plays quite nicely, because you could effectively focus people on using other characters in the game and at the same time make them enjoy, because people are going to play with them, people are going to experiment with them, and all the characters will still stay relevant, not just Goku, Super Saiyan Blue, and Beerus, and for example, like Gohan Beast whenever he comes out, Goku Ultra Instinct, Jiren, all these Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue, Rage. So all these modes and transformations, of course, like they are not the most important ones. Everyone is important in the character slot, so that's why having different modes which would kind of like incentivize utilizing these characters would just be freaking awesome. But guys, that's it for today's video on the online modes which you could be seeing in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, of course, and yeah, see you later in the next upload.